Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. I'm just waiting for. Oh, my wrists have been feeling so tender lately. I don't know why. But nonetheless, okay. Nonetheless, and lesser than none. I wanted to come live because I haven't been live since Monday when we did Matchmaker Monday. And I was just in a good mood today because I was listening to some Bill Weathers and some you know that song Lovely Day, Love My Lovely Day. My lovely, you know the song. You know the song. You all know the song. Nonetheless, and I was listening to some What You Won't Do for Love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world,
ex-wife's name
only
so that we can.
you make me do for love what I would not do. Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome. We got London Nizzy in the house. We got this. Which part of London? Brixton. You know, I was in London years ago, hanging out with this very handsome young man, and he stayed in an area called Seven Sisters or something like that. I promise you, it was called something like Seven Sisters. It was near Tottenham. Totten. You know, they don't have words like that in the US. Tottenham. You know, we don't have Tottens over here. Totten is, it's like you can't say Tottenham without a British accent. But nonetheless, listen, I'm turning on the phone line. So I want to do this quickly because I only have like half an hour or so that I can be on here. Right. I edited a video today. Go over to the other channel and check that out because it's an important video. It's an important video to see. If you don't know the other channel, I'll tell you all in just a moment, but we need to get live on these other platforms, right? Fishberry Park, that doesn't sound good at all. I'm sorry. I know that's where you live and all, but it don't sound good. It sounds terrible. Fishberry sound like some old scales. All right, let me get this link in here. What You Won't Do. I wonder, did they have like old R&B songs in England? Like, what did your parents groove to? Like, how were some of you conceived? Because I don't think I know any old brown British singers. Like, no classics like that. What you won't do for love. I tried everything and I won't give up. 'Cause in my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. You know, having that type of intercourse you shouldn't have been having back then. And then making children that turned out to be us. That's how it went down. That's how it went down. But listen, so today I'm just turning on the phone lines. I don't care what we talk about because you all make me do what I won't do for love because I love you all so much. There we go. What you won't do for love. So the phone lines are open. There's no real topic. You know, I did my video. Oh, the text just went out. I did my video the other day on the love seat. And would you believe there are people criticizing me? It says Finsbury. I thought it said Fishberry. Oh Lord, you see, my eyes are so. I got heart eyes. I got heart eyes. Listen. Okay, he was not on the outside, but you know that song was on the inside. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Y'all haters, stop hating. Listen, y'all hating out there. Don't hate on the brother from another mother. You know that song was hitting on all cylinders for your parents. I don't know if they knew what he was or wasn't. Billy Ocean. I think I heard Billy Ocean was not. Hold on, let me take a look at Billy Ocean because that was one of the songs I remember from back in the days. Billy Ocean. Let's see. Oh, Billy Ocean. Okay, Billy Ocean is all right. Cause I knew it was one of them songs. You know, Caribbean Queen. All right. So phone lines are open. I don't have a topic. So listen, so people were criticizing me for being open and vulnerable and really, really speaking about what it is that I want and need, desire, or require in a partner, right? And and I thought it was really profound. I thought it was profound that okay. It was somebody else. It wasn't the song that I was singing, but it was somebody else who had a really popular song that we all thought was, and they turned out to be, you know? So so yeah, so you know what? As a matter of fact, let me open up the other WhatsApp so that people who are British could call in. So you can call in on WhatsApp on the same phone number. Oh, I'll put it up on the screen. My bad, my bad. So this is, oh, JJ, you want to know what the criticisms were? Okay, so the criticism, one person was like, "Oh, she money hungry. She don't want to contribute financially to the household bills." A woman even came out and was like talking about how dare I try to demand that a man pays all the bills. Other people came out and was like, yeah, I knew you were single, but you so terrible to men. You so terrible to black men. You hate men. And then other people were like, look at you. That's why you single. You're single. And then just talking about how, is it Michael McDonald? I don't know. Let me take a I'll have to take a look. It might be. It might be. Everybody knew Campbell's. Uh-oh. You're on air live with Tanya. What's your name and where's you calling from? You must have called from overseas. Talk to me, baby.
Hello, Miss Cleo. It sounds like hi. This is Ashley from Germany.
Hold on. I got to restart the audio engine. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Say now.
Yeah, this is Gabby.
Gabby, where you calling in, my dear?
I'm calling you from Germany. Can you hear me?
Oh, guten Tag. How are
Hallo,
you?
gut, danke. Wie geht es dir?
All I know is
Oh,
guten
I love
Tag, guten Morgen, and Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh my
That's
God.
all I know.
Well, you know enough to pass, you know?
And I know bitte. That's all I know. That's all I know. Bitte.
It's a foundation.
Yes. So talk to me, my dear. You're calling in to express what this evening?
First of all, it's such a pleasure to be able to connect with you. I tried calling before and I never got through, so I kind of thought that I wouldn't this time, but I'm really happy. The universe tends to line things up at the right time. But
Yeah.
yeah, right? You said
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have a topic, but I just wanted to share some things with you.
Oh, go ahead.
Uh,
Share with me. You sound like an aunt of mine. Are you Jamaican?
yes, I am.
You know, it's so funny because the Nigerian accent and the Jamaican accent are so close, but the words are very, very different. But you sound like an aunt of mine. It
Yes.
brings back memories. Can you make a pound cake with rum?
Yes, I can.
Oh, auntie! All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
And it's funny that you say that because in my head, we're like best friends,
Oh, how
you know?
wonderful. Yeah.
So it's amazing. But I wanted to just share with you, and I'm glad we don't have a topic, so I'm not restricted, but I just wanted to share with you how watching your videos has enhanced my self-love journey.
Oh, tell me more.
And yeah, it's one of those things where, somebody would give me a feedback and I would think, like, I really had that impact on you. When I watch your videos, and most of the topic does not apply to me directly,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of, because I'm not American, I don't know the intricacies and the nuances of the American dating culture and that
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. But it's so profound. Your ability to be vulnerable and just be 100% authentic or authentic presenting
Mhm.
has opened me up to it has, let me see if I can put it into words clearly. You know, especially coming from a Caribbean background, as a woman,
Mhm.
we grow up with certain types of mindset and certain types of restrictions that are internal, but we are not really sure. We're not aware that they're there.
Yes.
And watching you navigate this YouTube space and the way you present, the way
Mhm.
you show up, it caused me, I started to say, oh my God, am I being 100% at all times?
Mm.
Am I
Mm.
being, how How am I not paying attention to certain blind spot? How am I not expanding myself? How am I not thinking about this from a point of view of what are the self-love lessons in this
Yeah.
story? And so I don't consume a lot of social media content, and it really doesn't interest me, the intricacies of certain topics, but just that way of framing things. What is the
Mm.
self-love lesson here?
Mm.
Girl, girl, I am telling you, it has changed the way I look at things. It changes the way I approach situations. I don't absorb things anymore.
Mm.
I just being able to be objective and to ask myself, what are the lessons that I can learn from this? How can
Yeah.
I enhance my life? You
Yeah.
know, so it has been wonderful consuming your content and just being a part of your journey. And that thing you did on Monday, girl, don't listen. I know you won't listen to anybody anyways, but it's do you?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, you know what? I appreciate you calling in and giving your point of view. So you say most of the topics don't apply to you because you're not American and you just are not aware of the intricacies. But which are the ones that do apply to you that you're able to, really benefit from?
The things that touch on the way women, older women, uh, are, you know, mummies and the
Really?
pygmies and
Okay,
the pathology.
because we need to take Ayanla Van Zant and unfold her like a Gap t-shirt off the shelves
Oh,
because Ayanla is out here showing her ever loving ass right now, and I need to have a conversation
mm.
about her. But yes, I feel you. I feel you. Mhm.
But what I learned from you, one of the things I learned from you, or you were able to help in my journey, is how much people project and how much I
Mm.
projected. So I think for the past year or two, I do not hold anyone, I mean, outside of you, but to any standards, because I realize the way she shows herself now, a lot of people in the public eye, they're not worth their weight in gold.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, they have talking points, and they it's a business for them,
Mm.
you know,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
they'll do and say whatever is necessary sometimes to move them to the next level within the business realm. Because I think she
Yeah.
said that because she was on the Breakfast Club
Oh,
and
don't
the atmosphere
advertise. Don't
of that.
advertise. Don't
Ah,
advertise.
sorry,
Just
sorry,
yeah.
sorry, 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 sorry,
Hmm.
sorry,
No, it's okay.
sorry.
Go
But
forward. Go forward.
the way you are able to just challenge anyone you're speaking to get to the truth, that is something that is also a characteristic of mine. And it makes me a little bit, people would say, oh, she's not, I'm not easy, and I'm
Mm.
not somebody that will just fit into any circumstances, because I do really hold people to the fire. And I'm not going to go into a situation and present conform,
Mm. Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
so I think they do these things and they say these things because of where they are and who they're trying to market to and who they're trying to appeal to, and they make a choice. Who is going
Yeah.
to get me to the next step? So,
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you know what? I don't know if Ayanla, but you know what? I need to do a video about that in itself because I need to talk to her publicist because I don't even understand how she ended up and why she would go on to that show and give
Mm.
credence to those people. But nonetheless, let you jump off. I appreciate you calling and tell everybody your name again.
Gabby?
All right, Gabby in from Germany. Thank you so much for calling,
Yes.
Gabby.
Thank you for opening the phone lines for the international callers. And hi, knockouts. Thank you for accommodating me.
Yes, absolutely.
It was a pleasure.
It was. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. So people are asking, what did Ayanla do? Ayanla, she played herself. She played herself, but don't worry. I'm going to cover that in an entire video. I need to do a video on it by itself. So listen, I want you all to go over to the other channel and check out the video that I posted today. I hear the phone line ringing. Let me grab this real quick. You're in the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tonya. This is Tonya. I'm calling from Boston.
Hey,
Hi, I have a
I know
question for
something is
you. Just
playing in the
want,
background, so it's difficult for me to hear you.
okay. I have a question for you.
Sure.
Considering we have all these issues with hearing about the new Jim Crow law that's going on in Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little I'm a little disgusted because I don't see one black leader going down there, making a statement, and letting everybody know that this can't go on. I mean, we got together for the Million Man March. We get together for things that are not that are important, but not to the point where this is life changing. This is changing how black women, children are going to live. And I don't see one black leader on their way to Mississippi.
You know what? And I'm so glad that you brought that up. Tell me your name one more time because it got cut off in the beginning.
Sonia from Boston.
All right, Sonia from Boston. Welcome on. Ooh, that's too loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. My bad. My bad. Okay. You know, one thing that I find that we do a lot in our community is we are waiting for a quote unquote leader to do something. And that gets us hemmed up because it's like when I wanted to when I had an issue with Cardi B speaking on ADOS issues, I created a change.org page, right? It took a little bit of time to create the page or whatnot, but there were people who were criticizing me about how I needed to make a page about something different. And I said, well, I made a page about what I wanted to make a page about. It's right here on the web. You can make a page about what you want to make a page about. And so, one of the things that I found is that there are far too many of us waiting for somebody else to do something. You sound like an elder. You sound like you're passionate about this. And so,
I'm frustrated. I'm disgusted
right. And
because
so, with this,
what?
hold on, please, hold on. With this passion that you have inside, route that passion into creating change. Do something. You,
Oh, I am.
Sonia, do something. You
I
be the
am.
leader that goes down there and organizes because it's easy to say what other people should or could be doing while we're not doing that. So I'm glad to hear that you're going to take those steps. So use that animus that you have on the inside, that motivation, that spark, and use that to gear you towards doing something.
Okay, but I understand everything you're saying, and you're making absolutely perfect sense. But my issue is, where are the black men in the community? Black women are always fighting for everybody. We're always the ones, we're in front of the line. We're leading the charge when someone gets killed, when someone gets hurt, when some child is missing. But we're the black men in our community.
Can
Isn't
you
that what they're supposed to be doing?
okay, so let me ask you this question. This Jim Crow thing has been out for how many weeks now?
Probably about 3 weeks now.
All right. Over the past 3 weeks, how many black men's platforms have you gone on to ask that question?
I haven't seen any platforms with them talking about this.
Right. You didn't see it on my platform talking about it either, but you came on here and brought it up. I'm asking
I
how many
brought.
black men, Sonia, listen, we know, and I can restate this now. I need to guide the direction of the calls, right? There's a limited amount of time, especially today, because I have to jump off soon. When I begin to speak, I need you to stop speaking. Okay?
Mhm.
Over the past 3 weeks, which black men's platforms have you gone on to who were not speaking about it to ask them to speak about it?
I didn't go on to any of them.
Okay. I think that this could be an opportunity for you to approach some of them and hold them to task. Ask them, why aren't they talking about it? All of these black men who you see posting about bullshit online, all of these
Mhm.
black men that you
Mhm.
see posting about other things, go and approach them and ask them, why aren't they talking about this Jim Crow stuff?
You're absolutely right, Tonya. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So
You're
give
absolutely right.
yourself a challenge to confront 5 black men today and maybe
Oh,
five
don't worry.
tomorrow. And then maybe by the time you get to a week, you follow back up with the first 5 and with the second 5. And with that, that can be a challenge for anybody out there who feels the same way. Challenge these people because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these men with microphones using them for foolishness because
I
they're the
agree.
ones that are going to be dragged by the balls and knees on necks and all of that, while we're being
Mhm.
offered scholarships and funds and all of this. They're the ones that are out here dying at a rate of almost one per hour at their own hands. So put them to task. Ask them, why aren't they doing anything? All of these lawyers that you see who stood up for certain people when it was time to get paid. All of these lawyers who are in the public eye, who go onto these broadcasts, these news broadcasts, write them on their IG pages publicly, write them on their websites privately, and ask them, what are they doing?
You're absolutely right. But when I called in, I didn't call in to like say that we should do anything. I was just bringing it to you just because it came to me. You know what I mean? Not to say that we should jump out there and do anything. I'm just looking at the fact that I don't see any men making any headway. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I was calling them about.
I'm not too much about the complaining without action. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think there's a self-love
Absolutely.
lesson here, and the self-love lesson here is really about your passion. If there's something that you're passionate about, rather than how much longer are we going to sit around talking amongst other room holders about what the penis toters aren't doing? I
True.
mean, really. So we're just going to be sitting here like that midsummer dream, in a circle with our arms, oh, crying with one another? Or are we going to put them to task if that's what we feel so called to do? I don't watch black male content creators.
I
I
don't either.
don't. So yeah, I had a few that I watched, and slowly I just stopped watching each one of them. And
Yeah.
so there are a few people who are making videos who are in this fight. What was the name of that melon-headed man? He has a real big melon head and his body is like a melon to match. He
I
has
don't
a
even know.
You know him, everybody knows him. When he during the year of the return, he had on this blue dashiki and he was twirling around like he thought he knew he'd look good, right? And he has a
Girl,
melon. His head is shaped like a melon. His body's like a melon too. You know who I'm talking about. He's very famous. His name, I think, starts with an R. Oh my gosh, what
I
is his?
don't know. I'm
You
telling you,
know
I don't
him.
know.
Everybody knows him. They're gonna say it in the comments. Somebody's gonna know who. His head is a big melon. You cannot mistake his head.
I can't. I
It's true.
can't.
It's true. It's true. It's
I can't.
true. That's the only
I
way.
can't.
Somebody
I
out there
can't.
knows who I'm
I
talking
can't.
about. Roland. Yes. Yes. Roland.
Oh, God, that thing.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
can't. I can't. I can't. His page be the first one I hit.
So there's Roland Martin. There's Indisputable with Rashad Brooks. There is who else? What was this other guy? This other guy. Oh
Oh,
my
there is
goodness.
one.
His head is
uh,
less melony, but it's a little melony. He has a mustache. And
But there's also one I remember. He talks real slow. I can't think of what his name is. He
I need you
talks
all to help me get this.
really, really slow. He sounds like he goes loop de loop when he talks. I can't think of his name. I
That
can't
sounds
think of
like
his
Jesse
name.
Peterson. That sounds like Jesse Peterson. So, oh, Rashad Ritchie. Okay, Rashad Ritchie from Indisputable. And then there's the other one. Oh my goodness, it's not Roland Martin, but he's very similar to him, except he speaks a little faster. And his head is not as melony. His head is not as melony. It's a little melanish, but not as melony. What is the name
I'm
of this
telling you,
guy? He has a
the
show and he
one that
always
I,
has graphics on it. He broadcasts daily.
yes, that's the one that talks slow. When he said, "Y'all, look at what they're doing today," that's how he talks. He
No,
talks
that's not
really
who I'm
slow.
talking about. That's not who I'm talking. This guy, we
You
know who
know,
he is. He has all of these graphics on the screen. It's not.
yes, that's
It's
the one. He talks really, really slow. He talks really, really slow because I remember he came across my page and I looked. I was like, "What is he talking about?" So I clicked it. He took him 5 minutes to talk about something, and I had to click out. I just couldn't take it. I was like, oh no,
oh
he's
goodness,
entirely too slow.
no.
He
Oh,
talks, I
okay. Okay.
swear,
Yeah, no, we don't support him. We don't he's not gonna do anything. He's manosphere. He's been exposed. He's been exposed. I know who you're talking about. I refuse to say
yes.
his name.
Now,
I
doesn't he
refuse to
talk
say his
slow?
name. Yeah, he does. He does. He does. But I've
Loop
never
de
watched him
loop.
before. So, okay, there's also Boyce. Put Boyce to task
Okay.
because he claims he's out there trying to do the damn thing. Who else? There's another guy. There's another guy. It's not is he has a mustache. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna get off the phone with you and I'm gonna
All
start
right.
clicking into their
All
little
right.
pages and stuff
Yes,
and
go
leaving my
ahead.
comments. And I'm going to
Mhm.
be sending some
Mhm.
emails because I want to see what they're going to do. I want to see what's on Facebook. I mean not Facebook. I want to see what's on YouTube, what they're doing. Are they going to be like come together as a group and
You
let's
know
get
what?
down there and stop all
All
this?
of these guys, all of them, all of these guys who are making content, put them all to task because this is stuff that affects Black men. But what are they really doing besides talking about Black women? You know what I mean? What are they doing?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, come on, guys. There's got to be more. There's got to be more to life.
All
But
of
then
these
again,
people. So
but
so
then
so let
again.
me see. I want to say some more names. There's
Okay.
Jeremy Holloway, Ace
Hmm.
Ventura, not Ace Ventura, not Ace Ventura. The one I did that video with, and he cussed me down to the ground, but now he's pretending as if he's all about women. He did a video where he was like, not a provider, I'm a person. Ace, him. And
I
then
can't.
there's the other one who Sansaray dragged in that video I reacted to. He's always wearing shades and he got the indented face now in Atlanta,
What
which is a scary sign to me, but he got the
indented?
it's indented and
Who?
he always his face look his face look like this.
I can't. I can't.
And he's
I
always
can't.
wearing some dark shades now. He got the indented face, and he
I
he be
can't.
like, "Women chose welfare.
Right.
Women chose
Right.
welfare over a man." That that one. What's his name? Cause I'll be
Oh,
keeping these men's names in my mind, but
girl, girl, there's a whole, but the whole, ugh, it's just I don't even go to their spaces, but I'm gonna have to because I want to leave some emails and I want to leave
yeah,
some
you might
messages
as
just to see
well.
if they're gonna respond. Just to see
What's
if they're
this
gonna
guy's
respond to
name?
me.
You all know his name. Mr. Mr. Let Go. That's his name. Mr. Let Go.
Mr.
Go to
Leco,
all of these people's pages. Every podcast that you see, just ask them. Yes, that's his name. That's his name.
Mr. Let
Yes.
Go. I've never heard of this man.
You don't want to listen. If people are asking if Ace Metaphor is problematic, go just search for Tonya TKO and Ace Metaphor. Watch the live video that I did with him 4 years ago,
Okay.
5 years ago. Please. Now all of a sudden he's dancing to the banjo, the beat of a different banjo, the one that has money
Mm-mm.
raining down into his pockets from black women. So yes,
Oh.
because when
Mm-mm.
he had the chance, he was talking about, I'm a person, not a provider. And that man, the way he cussed me down to the ground in my comments, I wish, when I read it, I was stunned. I said, oh, and I said, well,
Really?
yes, I was like, let me respond back to this man. And then he deleted his comments. I guess he knew. He deleted
Well,
his
that Leo
comments, and
comes out. That Leo comes out.
no, I was nice to that man. I was nice to him. I gave him, all I told him was to get some mental health help, but he thought that was an insult. I'm like, how is mental health help an insult? We all need
Well,
mental,
if you,
if listen, if the therapist or life coaches that you are following have never had a life coach or a therapist, well, what are you doing? Ask some of
but
these
if your,
people. Ask them.
but if your ego is fragile, anything you say that's not in line with what they think is going to be an insult.
Let me let you get off the phone so I could take one more phone call. Thank you so much,
All right.
Sonia. All right.
Bye.
All right. Phone lines are open. 323 488 3149. Exactly. You know what I saw on this page? Oh, my Lord, Miraz. I was on this page the other day. It was like the day before yesterday. It was a psychologist who was making videos about relationships, right? And inside the comments, this person was like, "Oh, this guy, he made this statement years ago." Give me 1 second. I'm telling a story real quick. And he was like, "Oh, he
Okay.
made this. I learned this from him years ago. May he rest in peace." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, because I like to follow like minds and have qualified information." When I went to go look this person up, the mother effer was a comedian, and he was talking about relationships in his damn stand up. And then I ventured into a second video. And in the second video, the advice he was giving was so terrible that it was meant to get men divorced. It was so toxic and so terrible. And I'm like, these people are taking advice from people who don't have healthy relationships. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So they don't have healthy relationships, healthy psyches. They in personal crisis. They ain't never seen a therapist. I want you to ask some of these life coaches who their life coach is. Ask them when they've been life coached, because they want you to pay for life coaching. Ask them when they have ever seen a life coach. It's like these things should be elementary, but we're not doing it. We're not requiring of these men to really talk. My dear, you are on the line with Tonya TKO. Where are you calling from, and what's your name?
Hey, Tanya, this is Rosie from New York.
Your name is Goldie?
Rose.
I can't hear you. What is it?
Rose.
Oh, hey, Rosie from New York. Welcome, welcome. So talk to me. What's your comment this
Thank
evening?
you. Well, I just kind of wanted to piggyback off of the first caller, and I wanted to just share my appreciation for you because I think I've been following you over like the last 4 months, and I wanted to say that I really enjoy your content, and you've also encouraged me to um, set up a new appointment to go back to see a therapist
Mm,
because I do agree with you. about the therapy, and I just love how you encourage us women. And then even if you do put us in our place, I love the fact that when you bring up certain things or you challenge us, you respect us. You
Well,
know,
thank you. I appreciate
uh,
that.
yes, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like you're so truthful. I can feel your vibe and you're very genuine. And I feel like you do things out of your heart because sometimes I feel like maybe a lot of new content creators that are popping out, you know, they just want you to follow this narrative wholeheartedly. And if you're not on the bandwagon, they almost ostracize you.
Mm,
And I just been noticing that, and then it's
mm.
like, okay, you're building a community, but it's not really a community unless everybody's agreeing totally 100% with said person or persons.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I feel you. Absolutely. Absolutely. One thing that I do want to remind you and everybody who is watching is that the version of me that you see is a portion of who it is that I am. I am different in real life than I am on the cameras. People say that I'm not as loud or even as mean or whatever the case may be, right? But I want us to just keep in mind that when we see anybody on screen, that there's a portion of their personality and where it is that they are that we project and assign onto them that just may not even really be there, but but we see a reflection of something that we either want for ourselves or what we've cultivated or something we've turned away from or whatever. We see that and project it onto them, right? So I just want us to keep that in mind. I'm happy for everyone who sees my videos and feels inspired or watches them and they feel a certain sense of change or shift on the inside. I do want us to please keep in mind that I am human and that I am flawed and that there are some things that I feel a certain way about now which will evolve over time. Some things may even shift or change. Like years ago, I was all for the trans movement. And then as I got to know more about it and saw the direction that it was going in, I pulled back on my support and am actually now not an advocate. I'm an advocate of rights, etc., but I'm not an advocate of people saying that they are the same as XYZ. You know what I mean? That they're the same as whatever because they've decided or feel that they are. So I will change, we all will change. And so I just want
I
us
agree
to,
with that because
yeah.
there's one episode, sorry to interrupt, because I actually forgot I was going to mention that. One time I saw you, I remember that time that you reacted to yourself with Jesse Lee.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, I loved your voice there too. But also, I saw how, you were talking to yourself in such an uplifting manner. And it just made me feel okay to go back and look at things. And even if I felt like whatever I did or said at that moment, you know, that I recognized that that was me in that moment. And then also with the Cardi B thing, that was another video where, you as you said now, you changed your mind, you evolved, and I just love that because you're transparent. As we grow
Mm,
older, sometimes our views change, and I love how like sometimes, with the other thing I forgot with the robbery, not the robbery, the kidnapping down in
mm,
Mexico, is
mm-hmm.
like you're very real. Like you show, okay, these are my initial thoughts, but these are my thoughts now, and it kind of provides a space for us to also be forgiving and not so rigid and where, okay, if I said this one thing originally, I just have to stick to it. And I feel like a lot of times that harms us because we're doing everything in a black and white state when there is a lot of gray area in life in general.
Yeah. You know what? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Tanya.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right,
Thank you,
sorry about that.
Rosie. Have a good day.
All right, thank you so much. Bye bye, you too.
All right. So I just had to close the phone lines because it's time for me to jump off. However, If I am if I'm able to after my sessions, I will come back out and make a video this evening if I'm able to. Oh, I gotta check the apples. But listen, I want you all to go over to the other page, www.youtube.com/@ Tonya TKO clips, and take a look at that page. I I want you all to take a look at the video that I just did. It's so profound and it's amazing the type of content that other types of men are making online. So let me see if I could pull this up for us real quick. So
Jina langu ni Asawiti.
all right. So it's a little commercial is playing right now. I'm going to pull it up on the other page because I want you all to go over there, take a look at the videos over there. That's why I put the short clips at. And all right, so I can skip this now. All right, so here's the video.
Women are walking by and they're checking out whatever case may be, that's a tell to me.
All right, I want you all to take a look at this video and leave a comment over there. I thought the video was really profound. There's a bunch of videos over there that many have not seen yet. So go take a look at that. And I want to see what your thoughts are on what he has to say, because it's amazing how we have these people who are speaking the higher moral ground while BMs are online, BMXYs are online speaking further and further degeneracy. It's very interesting. There's a lot of videos over there about homosocial bonding, the neuropsychologist that came out talking about why men are not fit to lead, and also talking about the X chromosome versus the Y chromosome. There's a lot, and the egg versus the sperm, and all of that. There's a lot on that channel that I want you all to take a look at. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. Let me go ahead and get these apples red. Hey! All right, let's take a look and see. So Yolanda sends 2023 and says, just because. Thank you, sweetie pie. I appreciate that. Ultimate sends $1.33 and says, stretch and question everything. The world is yours. Absolutely. Rakaya sends $5. Thank you, Ricky. And Paulina sends $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let me jump out of here and get ready for my what I have to get done. No more calls, unfortunately, but maybe I might be back out a little bit later. I'm not sure, but I'll see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, send the SLLs up. Come on, let's hear these SLLs. I'll give us a minute to do some SLLs. And then after that, we'll jump out of here. Hope I send an apple. The apples are, I checked them just now. There's no apple from you all, so you can send it. I'll just get it after I get offline. Let's see. SLL, type your SLLs. Let's see what time it is. I'll give us 2 more minutes and then I'll see you all in the next video. I need to continue to do my push-ups because I want my chest to continue to stay strong. I don't want it to get as flat as it's getting. I feel like I can get some more pump up on it. I gotta keep doing my thing. All right, SLLs. Let me see the self-love lessons that you learned from today's video. A. There's a little bit of a delay between when I say it and then when you all hear it. But we just went through a minute and nobody typed out any SLLs. Well, you just have to post them after I get offline. Just put them in the comments below. I'll see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself, the self-love lesson that I learned from today's video is that there are many different people out there who feel different ways, and that I don't want to say everybody's opinion is valid, because everybody's opinion is valid. However, who are the people that you're listening to for information or guidance about yourself? Is this person qualified to speak on you? So that's one of the self-love lessons that I learned from today's video. Oh, I see you all are giving them in now. Hannah says she's driving. All right, work in progress. Be the change you want to see. It's okay to change. Love yourself more. Always make sure that every Black woman force Black men to take accountability. You know what? We do need to hold these men accountable, and hold their feet to the fire. You know what I mean? Like, if they're not doing anything and they're just sitting up, watching Kitten Heels. You know what? I had to edit a long Kitten Heels clip in order to get it prepared for that video that I showed you all on the other channel. And I realized just how toxic he was, just how toxic. But it's time for me to get off of here now. I got 10 minutes to prepare, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.